he's going to give us a tour of his house. We're going to talk. I've never met this guy before, but I've always wanted to meet him. And then he's going to take us down to show us his creation. And wait till you see this. He created an obstacle course water park. It's down there on the beach. It's going to be amazing.
How many hoops did you have to jump through to convince the authorities, the powers that be, to put an inflatable water park out there?
What do you mean you want to rent the water? So that was like a big hurdle to go through.
Oh yeah, how did you get that?
The first year I was rejected 617 times. That's a number I'm very proud of because I counted it. Because I was so obsessed with making it happen. The amount of things that I had to jump through. I was bankrupt once, sued 18 times. But you know, the genius thing I did was I never quit.
Jason, Ahmed! Nice to finally meet you, bro. Finally.
First of all, thank you for letting us into
course.
your home.
I usually
It's
don't
an
allow
honor.
more than 5 people.
Yeah.
Half is
So
the last number. So
we have 5 people here now.
Yeah, exactly 5. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Plus you.
Plus me. Yeah, I'm different.
So we've reached the max.
I'm the anchor. It's different. Yeah.
This is how we met. You contacted
Yeah.
me about building you a custom pyramid.
Yeah.
And
But you know how that happened first?
how?
So I was always energy. Always about energy and so on, so sensitive. I go out, I feel tired, I take a Epsom salt bath and breathe and do those things. And I start doing crystals and stuff. And I was like, I want to charge the crystals. And it's like, okay, but I have to wait for the moon to be full. Too far. It's like, there must be a way to charge them faster. So I was like looking at like this like frequencies charging and so on, or small parts. It's like, why don't I charge myself? So how do I charge myself? And then going through research and I understand like the Earth frequency, the torus around the Earth, and then okay, I took torus, and then you popped up. So what the fuck is torus? And then okay, let's see more about it. And then I started looking and I was like, oh shit, what is this? Then DM'd you, it's like, bro, let's talk. And we spoke for an hour. I actually called you, actual call.
Yeah,
for an hour, yeah. And then like, okay, that's interesting. Let me get the first small one. We got the first small one, and then like 3-4 months, nothing happened. It was okay, nice. I was like, maybe it's placebo, and then I fell down the stairs and like twisted my ankle, and was bruised up.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, let me put that on it.
Oh wow.
And
so you
then,
put the iTorus 5 on there.
On it, and like for the strain frequency. And
Yeah.
then, oh my God, it's moving. Okay.
Reduce the pain and swelling.
Exactly. Went immediately.
I got chills.
Yeah.
I
Went
love it.
immediately, say, hey, let me get the whole thing. And it became now like every time people come in, what this has is, so it becomes like a center for the house, and then it became a statement piece, and that's what I do now every day, almost every day.
Yeah.
Like every day, at least there's an hour there, at least.
So tell me about your routine. How do you utilize this equipment? And I see you got a grounding mat with it too.
Yeah,
It's
because
very smart.
we're top floor, so we have to be grounded.
Yeah, so tell people why it's important to be grounded when you're at 24 feet up in the air. 24 floors.
Floors, yeah. We are electromagnetic beings. So your thoughts are electro and your emotions are magnetic. So how do you keep them all intact? So that was one of the ways to keep them always. But I think it's like your thoughts, your words, and your actions. This and this and this. These 3 are how you get aligned. We align this first, and then everything gets aligned. What you think, you say, what you say, you do, and vice versa all the way. So when I keep myself, because like, people look in the morning, I'm going to sit down and do the mantras, I'm going to be this. Cool. But are you consciously, all day, keeping yourself on track or not? Because you can get the first call, you lose your stuff, and then, okay, what mantras you did? This whole 10 minutes, and I'm doing mantras, and cool, it's nice. If it works for you, but are you all day conscious about it or not? That's my belief in that.
Yeah.
And it's very conscious about, like, aware of everything, single thing I consume. From thoughts to food to everything. To
Because
people.
we're constantly consuming
Exactly.
food,
Yeah.
energy, thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything. Like even, like for example, before, I will show it in my phone. Like I was talking to my friends, like, what are we doing next? It's like, I have a meeting in 5 minutes. And then literally, I say that 5 minutes, you message me 5 minutes away. Literally.
Yeah.
Immediately. But that's the whole thing. When you are a spirit, a soul, and a body. Mind, soul, no. It is a spirit, There's no soul and it's a body.
So our body
Yeah.
is in
vessel.
our soul.
Yeah.
Our soul is who we really are.
Yeah. But we are actually a spiritual beings.
We are.
And that's
We're
the whole
inside
thing.
that
Exactly.
container.
So like, you know, I have my gut feeling. It's like, yeah, but you should be able to already hear directly. Just like I was just talking to Jason right now, should be able to hear directly.
Yeah.
But people will not clean that way because you consume everything else.
They get stuck in the lower
Yeah,
energy fields.
all the way.
And the heart, what I've experienced, the heart is the block. People, they need to move past that block to get into the higher planes of awareness.
Yeah.
To be in the flow, like to be connected. Like you sense that you had a meeting in 5 minutes. I told you, I texted you, I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We were already connected on the higher planes.
And that's something like for me, here's how I imagine it. Like there is an ether line between me and you. And as long as the intentions is you are coming to me, I'll be coming to you. So I know. Like I have a very close friend in Miami. As soon as you think of me, hey, you okay?
Yeah.
In Miami.
Yeah. Telepathic communication happened.
Exactly. Yeah.
Non-local.
Yeah, not local.
From Dubai to
Instant.
Miami.
Instant.
Yeah.
It's instant. It's like I can't think of you that even you to tell me hi. It's like, well, it is where it is. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But that comes in afterwards. You know, because okay, you can have opinion or feeling about anything, but the facts are facts. Alcohol is poison. Fact. Because you feel this way or that way about it doesn't change the fact what it is. It's a fact. Smoking is bad for you. It's a fact. Just because you feel that way, it doesn't change the fact. It doesn't justify it. So I was like, no, drinking is drinking. A glass of wine, no, it's poison. I spoke about it in one of my videos. It's like if an alien comes to Earth and it's like, hello alien, what do you do for fun? It's like I like to be in a big box with loud music that downs my consciousness. Not to drink poison and not to inhale fumes. That's fun.
The alien is
Like, okay,
insane.
you're mental. But that's the whole thing, you know. We've normalized escapism so much that it becomes reality to people, and it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And that's fine for me. It's fine.
Thank you for being such a high role model
Yeah.
for all of us younger folks, like these guys over here. They really need to hear that. The world really needs to hear that because you know we get trapped in the day-to-day and the grind, and people turn to these external vices to help them. But there's another solution.
There's so many, but do you want to choose them?
Right.
Yeah, because it's different work.
Okay, so the grounding mat.
Yes.
I like that because most people don't know this, but the surface of the earth is the largest source of negative ions. You go downstairs, I'm sure you walk, you ground with your bare feet on the beach.
All the time.
You absorb that energy through your skin.
Yeah.
But if you live in a high building, the further away from that surface, the further away you are from the fifth element of health, the Earth's magnetic field.
Yeah.
So it's dampened up here. You have a grounding mat.
Yeah.
You're connected to the earth when you get on that mat.
All the time. And so when people come in, it's like, take off your socks, put your feet on it. Oh, take off your socks, put your feet on it. Like I had this one upstairs in my bed, but then it's like, I don't need that much.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like.
Now, do you sleep on a grounding sheet?
I used to upstairs for a while, but then I just stopped myself. No need to. I'm okay now.
Okay, so tell me about your daily routine and how it is that you wake up and how do you use this technology? I see you got red lights over here.
Yeah.
You got a pyramid.
Infrared sauna, actual sauna, whole like stack of
You got
supplements.
your bike.
Yeah.
Exercise bike.
Exactly.
I have one of those.
Gym downstairs, of course. That is a gym, 3 pools, and the beach. But I'm always active, mentally and physically.
Do you have a routine like in the morning? You meditate for a certain long?
At all, which is like, how? It's like, I just don't.
Okay, in the beginning, did you have a routine to get to where you are now?
Okay, so it is disciplines. Because you can never be motivated, inspired all the time. It's impossible. Discipline is everything. Like, I don't care, I have a bad day, good day. Gotta be done. Got to be done, full stop. Shit gotta be done. I wrote this thing, I wanna share it with you, it's just awesome. This is 7 years ago. I was going through my phone and I saw it and it's like, how do you even think of that? Train your mind harder than your body. Never accept someone else's limitation. Pain is essential. Visualize what you want all the time. Learn the meaning of overload. Become obsessed. Never become satisfied.
Where were you 7 years ago?
I think that time I was 7 lawsuits, $300,000 minus. Nowhere close to where I am now.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Obviously, you're successful, so you've
okay.
failed many times.
Yeah.
How many businesses would you say you've gone through?
This one was the longest one. There was a 57 months of not a single day off. Of every day, 11 to 19 hours. There is 19,000 hours put in the business in that time. 19,000 hours. That's a lot of hours. So when somebody comes to me and say, like last week, remember when the storm happened? The storm that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the biggest storm ever. When everything went down, so there was everything. Like some parts of the water park was over there. Everything was upside down. Guess who was the first person on the beach?
Who?
Me.
No one around.
First one on the beach, me. Looking, okay, how am I gonna do it? Guys, where are you? We were stuck in the water. No problem. I had a big ass truck. Went picked up the guys. And the other guys couldn't come. There's no metro. No problem. Hire, rent a car. Go get the other guys. Done. We're here. Here's my feet. See? Scratches. I was in the water, pulling things, carrying things with the guys.
War wounds.
The tan. I was in the beach for 8 hours. I'm the owner. I'm the owner. I'm there pulling with them. I'm pictures with them in the water. I'm pulling things in the water, everything. Guys do this, guys do this. Because you're never too big to have your hands dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And when my boy sees the owner himself in the water, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna all come in the water too. So we were like literally in a day and a half. Next day we were up to life. It's impossible. Because it takes 4 days to open this. 1 day. But that's why, because when you lead with an example, it works that way.
Yeah, so that was like a hurricane that came through.
Yeah, it's the biggest rain we had over the last 75 years.
Yeah.
So basically 260, so almost 10 inches of rain in 1 day.
Was your water park turned upside down?
The whole thing. Everything was upside down, parts on the beach, parts moved 1 kilometer, 1 mile up in the beach. Fine, no problem.
Wow.
And that's the funny thing. Parts are there, people are helping us. And that's it.
Were there streets flooded right here?
Everything. Yeah. But I think 2 days later, I think it was there. Some parts outside the city there is flooded still, because they're not the primary, but the main city has been cleared. You talk about hundreds of tankers around the city, 24 hours, all day, every day, getting the water sucked out. It's a lot of water.
Just pumping the water,
Yeah.
relocating it.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I see you have a lot of crystals here,
Yeah.
and I'm very impressed with your collection. Tell me, what do you like about crystals and the different stones?
They
What does it provide for you?
Yeah, interesting. They are atom structures that channels energies different. That's the best description.
The atomic structure
Yeah. Channels the energy is different
attracts, channels, energies.
towards you and around you differently.
So you have the crystals intentionally placed around the house
Everything.
to create a specific energy grid.
Absolutely.
Keep the energy at a high frequency,
Yes.
high vibration.
Yeah.
And each of these different stones has a different metaphysical purpose,
Yeah.
meaning behind it. Like the black tourmaline,
Yeah.
I know that
Yeah. It's a bunch of them everywhere. It's behind you also.
absorbs negative energy.
Yeah. It's the strongest one.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's
It's the strongest one. But again, see, people say, "Oh, this is all." Listen, you can say what you want to say, just because you don't believe it. The facts doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Again, we are right now in a penthouse overseeing the beach of Dubai. That means it works. But they are not the reason. They are just another tool. Because I am the mountain. I am the reason behind that. It's not these things they just amplify specific aspects of my life. but it's all here.
Yeah.
It's all here. It's not, oh, I have this crystal, I'm going to be a millionaire. So I'm going to give you the tools of who to speak to, what to say, and everything. You won't do it still.
So I know you handle a lot of different aspects in your business. You're the CEO. You're constantly multitasking. What is it that you do to stay focused, balanced, and on point?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. I think it became more autopilot now. Autopilot. Okay, so I run 8 companies and 34 locations in 6 countries.
Wow.
I have 27,000 contacts on my phone, 7 email accounts, and 1.6 million followers on my Instagram. There's nothing ever pending. Everything is answered on the spot, immediately, delegated, phone calls under a minute. I decide things very fast. Rather decide things, 50 of them fast. I get 5 wrong, but I got 45 right. Because what's the worst case scenario? I make a mistake. Cool. Then what? Lose that money. Okay, and then what? Did I die? No. Continue. Because I will eventually figure out another way. If a mistake happened, we figure out why it happened, we fix it. The problem with a lot of people, they react emotionally very fast. And that's the problem. So I always tell people, first thing, breathe. Do that 20, 30 times. Because when you breathe, oxygen goes back into your bloodstream and reoxygenates your brain. So physical first. And it calms down that line in your shoulder because it's stress. You're not thinking, oh, no, there's nobody coming in your brain. So that first. Drink some water. It's like, yes, just listen to me. Drink some water, breathe, discharge yourself from that space itself. Okay, now think about what happened. Get the raw data. Remove the emotion part of it, that data. What happened? Why it happened? Who you can ask for help? Who you can talk to about this? And then understand that stuff and then react afterwards. A lot of things that happen to us, we don't need to react to them. They just happened. Oh my God! No, it fell down. One of 2 things happens. Either it's broken, I call a guy, get it fixed after an hour, done. Or is that broken and life continues. Control your actions. Stop being a slave to your own reaction, to your own emotions. No shortcuts here. No bullshit here. People like it, people don't like it, and that's fine. You can complain about being broke all day.
Okay, so for all the upcoming entrepreneurs out here, what is the biggest lesson you've learned as a businessman?
Have your pet on leash. Your pride, your ego, your temptations. You're proud, you will never learn. Your ego will hold you back. Temptations, it's the worst thing ever. Have your pet on leash. Check yourself why you're doing this. Are you doing it because you just want to have control in your time and you have freedom? You're doing it for the money? What are you doing it for? Have a self-awareness and conversation with yourself. Why are you doing this? Because we really do not want to be, because being an entrepreneur, again, most of you, people are not entrepreneurs. You're either solopreneur or you're self-employed. You just want to say that you are an entrepreneur, but you're not. You know that. You work long hours. Nobody cares about you emotionally, physically, mentally. It's testing, it's hard. My question is like this. If you leave your business for the next 3 months, would this business continue going where it is or not? If not, you're a solopreneur. You're self-employed. Now, next step, will you continue growing? And that's when you are. Because most people are like hustlers. Which is fine. Hustle. But it's different when you're a CEO. So how do I get you from being an entrepreneur into a CEO? That's because now you are an employee, into a hustler, into an entrepreneur, into a CEO. That transition, this is the cycle. So yeah, check yourself in the beginning before you do this. Because it's not going to be easy. You're not gonna make money in the first month or two or your first year. It's not. It's gonna take a while. It's like a hockey stick. Nothing, and it start going up. And that nothing could be 2 years, 10 years. If you're not okay to be broke for the next 5 years, don't do it. Don't do it. How long it took you to have this up? How many years?
I'd say a good 5 dedicated years.
Yeah, dedicated years. And that's you.
Yeah.
You're an ex-Marine, you're focused, you're disciplined, you are all these things. And that took you 5 years. Imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing though.
I think you really need to be passionate about what you're doing to have that dedication.
Yeah.
To be able to have that drive.
Yeah. Absolutely. Do you think it is, here's the thing, people want to change their passion so much and they think they want to change their life so much. They change the world and so on and so on. What do you think of that narrative? Because sometimes, okay, the guy who's a billionaire from selling concrete, do you think he's passionate about concrete? No. The guy who's selling doorknobs and he's making millions, is he passionate about doorknobs? No. So is it only about passion or also about opportunity? I mean, that is also always a question for me. I'm a horrible swimmer, but my nickname is Aquaman and I have always water parks. So I'm not passionate about swimming whatsoever. Nor the water. But I'm making millions of it. So I find something within that business that makes me feel, okay, this is how it's going to take for me. Because again,
do you love what it provides the people? The adventure, the excitement?
So I've changed the way I look at it. So I'm in the business of creating happy memories. And the vessel is the water park. So the fact that I look at this way here from the house and I see these hundreds of people in the water park that are creating new happy memories because of that one thought that I had to make a water park on the water. So I just changed my perspective towards it, I guess. So when you change, same thing still. You change the way I look at it. You know, we can be in this house, I'd be in the corner, there are all this horrible corner, nothing is there, but you can zoom out. Oh my God, space is better.
So you're in the business of creating happy memories.
That's the best description to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody sells doorknobs, they're in the business of creating security.
Yeah, but again, are they passionate about doorknobs? No.
Maybe they're passionate about creating a safe house that locks.
Yeah, because again, you can make money somewhere, and then that money gives you the freedom to go and do whatever you're passionate about. You could be loving creating mermaid statues, whatever it is. It's what it is. But this whole mindset of like, I'm gonna do 10 different things, a business is like, no, you do one. You do one and you do one only. You become very good at it and you make so much money of it, and then that money extra, you go and put it in something else you wanna do. But this, I'm gonna be a dancer, a DJ, an events manager, an AI, and it's like, how are you doing all these things? I mean, yeah, you can, but you're gonna be flatlining all the time. You're gonna be stressed, you're gonna be unorganized. You can't drive in a car this way and look at this way. You can't. You're gonna crash.
Yeah.
You're focused.
That's it reminds me of a wise man once told me when I was in high school. He's like, Jason, he's like, it doesn't matter what you're gonna be in life. Because I was soul searching, trying to figure out what I was gonna do when I got out of high school. He's like, just be the best at it. If you're gonna be a garbage man, be the best garbage man you can be. If you're gonna be a doctor, be the best doctor you can be. Now, if you're juggling all these different jobs, DJ, dancer, bartender, and it's going to be hard to be the best at all of those. But if you focus on one, you can be the best at it.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. That's the thing. You know, it's like you cannot do that. You cannot do that. You need to focus on plan A. But it doesn't work. right? You attract what you want. Because this is the issue with a lot of people. The coin have two sides. Heads and tails. What if it hits? What if it goes on tails? What if I fail? What if you succeed? I've been in this relationship with this person. What if it doesn't work out? What if it actually works out? It's on you. You attract what you want. No, I'm realistic. Realistic is the biggest lie you tell to yourself for you not to do it. Do you think I was realistic doing what I was doing? No. I wasn't. But only by being this way, you become what you want to be. You cannot ask for, crazy lifestyle or a crazy and amazing life with no attitude. You can't. Like you left Arizona all the way to Dubai, that's a 14, 15-hour flight to connect again. An average other person will not do that. Oh, it's too far. It's too much expense. How are we going to make money of this? Doesn't matter. Yeah, you creating.
Too risky.
Yeah, we can create so much things. You never know.